Somewhere in the Syrian desert, a child is born with no name, no birth certificate, no future mapped out. His mother dies young, his father casts him aside, and his grandmother sees him as little more than a shepherd to be. That child was Mohed Altrad. Today, he's a billionaire who built an empire from dust. This isn't a fairy tale. It's a raw, real story of defiance, brilliance, and a hunger that turned a nobody into a global force. Buckle up, because Mohed Altrad's life will make you rethink what's possible. Mohed's early years were brutal. Born around 1948 to a teenage mother in a Bedouin tribe, he was orphaned at 4 after she died. His father, a tribal leader, gave him away to his grandmother. She didn't want him learning to read. She wanted him tending goats. But Mohed had other plans. Sneaking to a school window in Raqqa, he taught himself to read, soaking up lessons from afar. At 17, he aced his exams, earning a scholarship to France with just 200 francs in his pocket. France was a new world, but it wasn't kind. Mohed survived on 1 meal a day, wrestling with French while earning degrees in physics, math, and eventually a PhD in computer science. He worked at tech giants like Alcatel and Thomson, then landed a gig at Abu Dhabi National Oil Company. He could have stayed comfortable, but comfort wasn't his game. In 1985, while vacationing in France, he heard about a bankrupt scaffolding company. He didn't know what scaffolding was. Didn't matter. With a partner, he bought it for next to nothing, and that gamble became the Altrad Group. From that shaky start, Mohed built a colossus. The Altrad Group didn't just sell scaffolding, it became a leader in construction and industrial services. Through relentless acquisitions over 100 companies, he turned it into a $5.8 billion revenue giant by 2025, employing tens of thousands across dozens of countries. In 2015, Ernst & Young named him World Entrepreneur of the Year, the first Frenchman to snag that title. From a desert tent to a global stage, Mohed wasn't just surviving anymore. He was rewriting the rules. But Mohed's story doesn't stop at business. In 2011, Montpellier's mayor begged him to save the city's struggling rugby club. He'd never watched a game, yet he poured millions in. Under his leadership, Montpellier Hérault Rugby won the European Challenge Cup twice and the French Championship in 2022. His company's logo even landed on the French national team's jersey and later the All Blacks. Rugby became his passion, but it wasn't all smooth. In 2022, a French court convicted him of bribery tied to sponsorship deals, handing him an 18-month suspended sentence. Mohed fought back, insisting he'd done no wrong. Love him or hate him, he doesn't back down. There's another side to Mohed. He's a writer. His first novel, Badawi, traces his Bedouin roots and won a literary prize. He's penned 3 novels and management books, blending philosophy with hard-earned wisdom. He's also given millions to charities, education, cancer research, Doctors Without Borders. "I don't know my birthday," he once said. "My kids picked March 9th from a hat." That's Mohed, making his own rules, turning chaos into order. So what's Mohed Altrad's secret? It's not luck, it's hunger. He walked 20 kilometers a day for school against his grandmother's wishes. He crossed borders with nothing but a dream. Every rejection, every doubter, every empty stomach fueled him. At 77 in 2025, he's still pushing, still proving that where you start doesn't dictate where you finish. He once said, "I didn't accept my initial destiny. Neither should you. What's your destiny? That one thing you'd fight the world for?" Drop it in the comments. We're reading every one. If Mohed Altrad's story shook you, hit subscribe. More tales of grit and glory are coming. Keep dreaming big. See you next time.